Hello for all our wine lovers
and book lovers.
This is Wine Sisters Book Club.
That sounded a little bit dreary.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, Niki and I are two morons, and we've been sitting here chit-chatting away about life, thinking we were talking to everyone who's listening now, and realized we weren't recording.
And the funniest part is that we are holding microphones.
We are holding our microphones, talking to each other for no reason.
Yeah. If you ever felt more like a toddler holding a microphone that goes to nowhere, the only thing that separates us from toddlerhood is that we weren't licking it. Do you not have microphones in your house? Because they go straight into the mouth of my toddlers.
I don't have microphones. That's just here. We save the licking microphones for your house.
Yeah.
We keep those germs here.
One of my best friends got Sienna for her birthday, like a little speaker with 2 microphones. And the microphones are very skinny, straight into the mouth. And they just go, oh, the whole time. But like they have the best time. I sent you a video last night of Sienna singing in it.
It was a special video.
It was a special. She
Cherish
knows
it forever.
all of the words to the K-pop Demon Hunter songs.
Also scary. Terrifying. Well, I guess you know that this podcast, we're coming up on almost a year of it, which is actually really crazy. But like we are still amateurs. We've been doing this for a year and we are still silly little ladies who are not paying attention to a thing.
Yeah. No,
Nothing.
All we're doing is paying attention to the wine in our glass.
I know. I think that's the thing. It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's a long week.
It's a long week.
We were unwinding, drinking wine, having chit chat. I will say we were cracking up.
We were cracking up. You might catch some of the crack ups on our Instagram because we did record it on our phones. Watch, we're not recording it on one of the phones.
I mean, who knows? At this point, I can't check.
And it doesn't matter.
I can't do anything else. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I'm so tired. This is too much.
Well, we did just have our Wine Sisters Book Club meeting at Myriad as well.
And that was so fun. We did our first live event and we had a good show. There was like 60 ladies, women who came.
And we were talking about like how we can do more stuff like that because I think people like are craving a girls' night just like us.
Just like
us.
us.
If you're a parent, if you're not a parent, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're not a stay-at-home mom, if you are just working crazy hours and you want a chance to go out with girls or make friends.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I think it's so hard to make friends as an adult. It's something no one tells you will be hard later in life as you're growing up. I mean, you go to school with all your friends. Then you go to college, you physically live with your friends.
Right.
And then you graduate like us, you move to San Francisco with a lot of your college friends. You stick around. But then as everyone gets older and they marry off or they move away, your new life starts, like the real next chapter, I think, of your life.
Yeah. And
you look around and you're like, whoa, my network of people around me is so much smaller.
I agree. Yeah, it's so hard. And then you're like, oh, maybe I'll start to make friends with like my kids' friends. But like how you would have to hit like such a lucky strike to find people that are interested in the same things as you, that also interest or have kids that are the same age as your kids, that have the same interests as your kids, because it starts to like narrow. It's like infinite narrowing down, which is so crazy.
It is so crazy. We're lucky to have found a few of those though, which is really awesome. But yeah, I think that's what makes the book club fun. That's like, we were like, okay, we hope even if you don't like books, come. You can meet fun women. Like some of the people that were like, I'm not going to fill out this form, because we had like a little form for, what have you read? What do you like? How do you read your books? Audio or not? People are like, I don't read. I am just here for girl dinner, girl night. And I'm like, respect.
I know. Well, and that was like the hard part about it was like trying to find like the balance of like, oh, do we talk about books a lot or do we just like let everyone like vibe?
Yeah.
But
speaking of vibing, Niki and I went to the House of Prime Rib finally for the first time ever. That place is a vibe.
That place is a vibe. I will say that I'm not a meat girl.
Yeah, well, there are so many other foods to eat, and it's really like about the drink and the showmanship and the experience. But I'll tell you, like, we got a piece of chocolate cake for the table, and Niki held it up in her hands, and she took a fucking bite out of it with her mouth. Like, she didn't use a spoon. She literally bit the cake. I will post this on her Instagram.
Honestly, I thought it was funny.
I thought you were nasty.
Well, it's not like you haven't shared a drink of mine or something in the last.
No.
Oh, actually, we probably haven't.
We do not.
You had the stomach flu that was the plague.
Lo siento.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally on Halloween was here with the live, like, I don't know if you could even call it the stomach flu or if it was like the legit flu. It lasted a week. So I was very confused. Like I thought I was getting over it, but I just truly hadn't fully gotten it yet.
Yeah. So like full blown flu at my house.
At your house. But nobody got it.
No one got it. Yeah. So, and I honestly didn't think that, like, I wasn't even scared because a lot of a lot of people in Ally's son's class got that flu and none of the teachers got it.
Yeah. And like none of the parents got it, but me, unlucky me.
Well, you got it because you shared a spoon with Nate, who got it because
Something with Remy.
And
Remy got it because she put Jones's toothbrush in her mouth.
Right. It was like a direct contact flu, not like norovirus or something where like anyone within radius gets it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad nobody got sick.
Me too.
I will tell you, that was miserable, but I did lose like 6 pounds.
And that's all we care about.
That is the silver lining. What is that? I'm one stomach flu away from my
dream weight. I'm one stomach flu away from fitting back into my baby
clothes.
Yeah.
I did try on my jeans from pre-Remy and I was like, nope, still don't fit. 6 pounds is not enough, sister.
Need more. Another stomach flu.
I swear to God, like my body shape has changed. Like my hip width is different than it was before.
My hip width.
Like the bones.
Yes. No, my hips are bigger now because I was trying on a dress that is like a little bit snug on the hips. It was before, and that dress doesn't work anymore. Like it had like a slit up the leg, and the slit was like very wide because it was pulled too tight.
Scandalous.
Whereas when I like put on a dress that was always tight on my chest, it fits perfect. So like my rib cage went back, but my hips did not.
Yeah, the tops aren't the problem. It's definitely the bottoms.
Yeah.
Which is just like a bizarre. And Niki you're very skinny, so that makes me feel better about myself.
No, for sure. I'm getting rid of like a bunch of Reformation dresses. Like I'm going to give them to Dylan, our niece.
Oh, fun for her.
Because I'm like, they literally don't work on my hips anymore. Like they are too tight in the hips.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Dylan, this might not be your style right now, but don't throw it away. It'll never fit me again, but it's a good dress.
Oh my God. Dylan came over for Halloween. I'm like, oh my God, are you Pink Pony Club? And she was like, no, I'm just I can't remember. She was like, I'm just a cowgirl. And I was like, oh, okay. But it was like a sparkly pink cowgirl outfit. And then Nate was like, oh, how cool is coming to this house? If you trick or treat here, you guys get a slice of pizza. And he like thought he was being so funny. And Dylan and all her friends in like Hudson Island just stared back at him. And I'm like, we are losing our touch.
Yeah, we are not cool.
We are not cool. We cannot speak to the youngers, and we don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I was like 3 sheets to the wind by the time Dylan got here.
You're always 3 sheets to the wind, I got to tell you.
I know. I was literally telling people people at work, they were like, oh, how was your Halloween? And I'm like, honestly, I had one too many wines. Like I just had one too many wines.
But it's fun because we have a Halloween town here and like everyone, I actually thought this was such a fun Halloween.
It was so fun. Like we went out, we got trick-or-treating done with our kids. They had fun when they were kind of like starting to be overwhelmed. We took them home and they handed out candy.
Well, and our neighborhood like goes crazy for Halloween. Like we had like Jell-O shots from the neighbors and stuff. So anyways, I thought it was fun.
Jell-O shots. Allie took a Jell-O shot while actively having the flu.
Literally, I told Nate, I was like, I think it's the Jell-O shot. I was like, I overdid it.
And he's like, it's absolutely not the Jell-O shot.
He's like, you are just in for it. He had just gotten over it. So will you?
Oh, sorry.
Service my glass. So we're pouring. Oh, hold on.
You should put the microphone.
How does that sound?
Oh, sorry. I just put that right in front of you. I will say I have not had this wine personally.
Oh,
and
ever?
So no. I'm going to give you a little, because you're trying a wine that I've never actually had, so I don't know what it tastes like. It was in my cellar, and I've had the producer many times. It's a producer that I know and love, but it was one of those, I was looking through the, like my cellar, my wine closet that I keep all of my wine bottles in, and I was just like pulling through wines thinking like, what gives me the vibes of this book? And I was like, oh, this actually has like the perfect description.
Like it's like a whole cluster pressed or something. Like it's like it like has like Euro vibes to me.
Cool.
Anyways, I know it's probably not from Europe, but like
no, because it's a producer that I've had a lot. And what people might not know about California is that it's actually not that simple to get European producers here. Like you can get them, but you really only get like the mass produced or private label stuff from like Total Wine, or, you know, some of the big shops. If you're like living in San Francisco or a really affluent neighborhood, you might have a wine shop that will provide more niche.
Yeah. It's weird.
Producers, but like it's hard to get.
This
European
is a puzzler.
wines.
And you haven't even tried it yet, right?
I have never had this wine.
Okay, so everything I say is like irrelevant to you, but
yeah. No, so like this
anyways, it's almost like pruny on the nose, but on the palate it's really lively and bright. And that's what like makes me think it like
wait, I'm like loving your descriptors.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We
but to me it feels whole cluster, like it has a little stemminess or like
I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. I'm just like, that's my... Anyways, I know we're not doing the blind tasting yet, but it was such an intriguing glass of wine. I couldn't help but start to try to like analyze it a little bit.
Is the one that you picked something that we produce or someone else? Since I told you it's not us that produces.
Okay, we produce the one that you have, yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, yeah. Well... Should we talk about this book?
Yes, let's jump in.
The Great Alone by Kristin Hannah.
Yeah, so The Great Alone by Kristin Hannah is about a family that has moved to the Alaskan wilderness in the 1970s, and they are learning how to live and survive in really harsh conditions that they have not been prepared for. So that's like the brief synopsis of the book. And it is a Kristin Hannah book. And if anyone has read a Kristin Hannah book, you know that this is heavy. There always is closure at the end, but it's not always the closure that you hope for. So I wouldn't call it like a happily ever after. I never call her books happily ever afters because there's always closure, but it's literally crazy.
Yeah, I think that is well said. There's closure. And I think what I liked about reading this book, well, one, I do like all Kristin Hannah books. I think she is a very talented writer. The way she tells stories and the details, and she clearly like really studies up on her content.
Right.
She has really relevant factual like information. She builds good characters. I don't know. I think she's a really great writer. I really have never read a book of hers that I didn't like. Most of her books are like over 3 stars. It's either a 4 or a 5 for me.
Yeah.
I gave this book 4 stars.
I gave this book 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do half stars all the time.
I
would go 4.5 too.
Yeah.
And the only half is because the ending wasn't as like I would have liked a slightly happier ending. I think is like the half star for me.
Yeah. I feel like that's a Kristin Hannah. The reason I did 4.5 is because I felt that the front half of the book was pretty slow. But that's also like a classic Kristin Hannah. It's like slow start to like, and then like once it might have been the front 20%. Like it wasn't like a crazy amount of slowness, but like once it picks up, it really does pick up, but you do have to like invest to get there. And that's like classic Kristin Hannah also.
I think what I liked about reading it was that the last Kristin Hannah book I read was The Women, which was about the Vietnam War. And I will say, I feel like the Vietnam War was not something that we learned much about in school growing up. It's not something I remember learning about. So in The Women, I learned so much about like the treatment of individuals who went to serve the U.S. in the war, like the outcome of the war, the sentiment of people. And so while this is not about the Vietnam War, Lenny's dad, kind of like what's his name?
Ernst.
Ernst, thank you. Ernst, the dad, one of the main characters, was a POW, a prisoner of war, kind of like missing soldier who had returned from Vietnam. So it was carrying over, I think, some of those themes that were really alive and present in the women. So for me, it was like a nice continuation to read after the women.
Yeah, for sure. Or like, I honestly think I would have liked it better if I read it first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I think it gives you a perspective of like the male experience, I think, a little bit. And then knowing that the male experience was so different than the female experience from like returning from Vietnam, it would have been nice to like have that, because I think it would have made the women like more powerful. Do you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh wow, like he was going through so much and now you're going through this and literally no one cares.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. That's a true statement.
Yeah.
But anyways, I had like no idea also that people lived out in the quote unquote bush, like they would say, in Alaska. Like I didn't know that this is a way of life. And so it was like really interesting to me to learn about it.
I honestly thought it was timely because of like all the homesteaders, quote unquote, you can't see me, but like trad wives, homesteaders, like that is like trending.
Yes.
And like these are the original homesteaders. Like they went to no power land, like where there is nothing.
The OG ballerina farms of the world.
Yeah. But like the legit like mountaineers, like crazy. I don't know. Like I thought that was like a really like I feel like you just learned something in Kristin Hannah books. Yeah. And I listened to the end. I listened and read this. I did like a buddy read, like I do a lot. And when I finished the book, I was listening and it went straight into the author's note. And apparently she lived in Alaska and had I think it was her dad that lived in Alaska. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I was like, oh, she actually has like
real world experience or knowledge of this.
Right. Like this is like, she's studied a lot. She has family in Alaska. Like she really does her research. So like, I think that's also really impressive when it comes to a writer. Like that's how she can be so atmospheric, because she knows.
Yeah, no, I agree. I did read a little bit of the author's note. I will say I listened to this book and I thought that the narrator was really good.
The narrator was good.
Like very good with her voices, like the Cora, the mom's voice, the way she talked versus Lenny and the dad. Like I was kind of like, okay, she was very good at her voice acting. Yeah. I'm really specific about audiobooks, and if the narrator's voice is not good, I cannot get into the book.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, on a totally like random note, I'm listening to The Academy right now, and by Ellen Hildebrand. Yeah. And it's a very confusing book to listen to.
Oh no, because I was going to have to listen to that.
There's so many characters and there's not like a great way. They're not like tying it all in together. Like it's really hard to follow for me from an audio perspective. The narrator's not bad, but like the way that the storytelling is like kind of feels like very jumpy, very sporadic, and tons of characters. And I'm like, wait, who is this? What's happening? So
I just started listening to The Strength of the Few, which is the
Will of the Many.
Yes, the next book after that. Also confusing because I don't want to give too much away, but you're like 3 different places. So it's almost like you're reading 3 different books, but in audio, and it's from the same person.
Oh yeah, so the voice doesn't change, so you don't really know when you change places.
Right, but like it's literally Viz 3 different times.
Oh yeah, see that's tough.
That is tough.
You need to text me when these books come out. How am I supposed to keep track of all of this?
It's literally on our Instagram.
I know, but I can't. I need you to, Nikki. Okay. You need to work for me.
Okay.
I need an assistant.
Well, I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you. This is the bare minimum, but yeah. Okay, anyways, back to the book. Who's your favorite character?
I think that my favorite character, I mean, I obviously loved Lenny, who's the main character. Like, I thought that she was so resilient until the end. Like, I really started to hate her.
Yes. Oh my God.
But I think my favorite character was Large Marge. But I did have a lot of hate for Large Marge too, for all of the characters. So basically what we're dealing with here is a father who was abusive to his wife. Mm-hmm. So Lenny's father, Ernst, is abusive to Cora. He is beating her senseless regularly for
nothing.
Everything. Well, and sometimes everything. It also really bothered me that Cora had she was so juvenile.
Yeah.
Like she never developed because she got pregnant with Lenny at what, 17, something like that.
Yeah, she fell into this toxic relationship, and that was all she knew, though. You know, like it is.
No, I know, but like she was a child, and then she would go flirt with men to try and like make him show that he loves her.
Yeah,
and
they
like
had a toxic relationship.
Such a toxic relationship, and it made me so mad. But like it also made me just so unequivocally angry that no one was gonna stand up for Lenny. But I get
Large Marge and oh my God, what's his first name? They called him Mr.
Tom Walker.
Tom Walker, thank you. I was gonna say Mr. Walker, but yeah, okay. So Tom Walker and Large Marge,
they did that for Cora.
Yeah, they did it for Cora, but I think also Lenny. But you know,
but like
you're right. No one was standing up for Lenny.
No
it's
one,
like get the daughter out of this,
right? Like I know that like they moved away, they didn't have family, but like they really made family with the people around them. Like that's the whole point of Alaska. Like you rely on your neighbors because you're sure to run out of things.
Yeah.
Like especially in that time. And like they knew he came back from wherever they had sent him for work and that he was doing it again and things were bad. And no one was like, let me save her. No one cared about her. They all cared about Cora. They're like, let me save you. And like, you should go report it to the police. But like Cora wouldn't because she's in a toxic relationship and she doesn't know how. But like, just take Lenny out of the picture. Like take her.
Yeah. Cora's addicted to it. Honestly, the whole time I was waiting for like Large Marge or Tom to kill him. Like accidental.
Yeah.
You know how like the whole book was like, there's 2 ways to die. You know, you get 1 strike, your 2nd strike, you're dead in Alaska. Like it's so easy to die in Alaska. It takes 2 mistakes to die in Alaska. And I was kind of like, okay, what is his 1-2 mistake going to be? And like, quote unquote, not a mistake. Is someone going to push him into the river?
Right.
Like what happened to Matthew's mom, you know?
Right. Like
Jen.
That was the other thing. I'm like, there's so many ways to get rid of this guy.
Yes. Well,
like
I'm also like
me plotting murder.
I know. I thought the same thing though. Even like when Cora and Lenny moved away after killing Ernst, I was like, did they have to move away? Like, can't you get rid of like this body easier? I mean, like, am I so dark and cynical that I'm like, get rid of this guy? Like,
I felt the
feed
same
him
way.
to the bears.
I know. I felt the
Put his
same
body
way.
aside. Yeah.
Large Marge came in and like they kind of dispelled that because she's like, well, they will have to come in and take a statement and they will check for
they'll swap your house. Blah, blah, blah.
like there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
So like if they had done this outside, then it would have been a different story.
Right.
But they didn't. Mm-hmm. Like what Cora should have done was like back him into a corner and be like, walk outside. Like step away from your daughter. I have a gun.
Right, which is never the way that it happens when there's
like
it
was an act of passion. So wait, who was your favorite character?
I think I mean, I agree with you. I liked hearing about Lenny and her story. But I liked Large Marge for sure. Like, I just liked that she was like, nope, I'm going to sit here and fuck you. You know, like she's like, no one's going to tell me what to do because I'm a big old sassy woman. You know?
And she's like a DC attorney. Like, I'm like, this bitch knows what she's doing.
I'm like, she was afraid of nobody. She was sticking up for people.
Yeah.
She was good to Lenny, even when she knew Lenny was up to no good. You know, like, I don't know. She helped them out.
Yeah. She gave Lenny a job.
Yeah. So I think, like, I liked those things about her. I will say, like, I think the, like, worst part of the whole story, which you know what I'm going to say, for me was, like, what happened to Matthew.
I know. I agree. 100%.
I just don't think it had to be that dark.
No. And I also, like, I keep going back, and I know Matthew lost his mom and, like, couldn't do anything to save her, but he has grown up in Alaska. Generations and generations of his family have grown up in Alaska. You know, you're trained from a young age.
Not to do that.
Not to do that.
Me too. I was just like, they can't take this smart young man who's wilderness trained beyond anybody else to go do something that stupid and then be, like, paralyzed and totally different for like the rest of his life. Like this is,
I know.
Well, I guess he wasn't paralyzed, but he was different. He couldn't use his bodily functions the same way. And so I think that just pissed me off. Like there could have been a different ending.
Right.
It could have been dramatic in that he had to go get help and maybe something bad happened to Lenny a little bit, but like this perfect, beautiful boy. Yeah. I mean, I don't want anything to happen to Lenny either, but I don't know. I did not sign on for that. And I think that whole ending, I appreciated that they got the closure, but I'm also like, it made it like worse almost that
because now she's going to be like taking care of it. But they ended up being able to have children, so like he was not like
No. I mean, it seemed like he was recovering. I think I just like would have hoped for a better outcome and a better life for Matthew, who already endured. So I guess the point is that they've all endured a lot of pain.
Right.
He lost his mom. Lenny didn't have a real childhood because she was fearful of her dad all the time, protecting her mom, felt like she couldn't leave her mom. They all sacrificed in these different ways.
Right.
But it's just sad for the kid who wanted to go to college, and they were supposed to go to college together and
all these things.
Yeah. I think that just breaks my heart.
Right. And it's all because he was just trying to protect her from her psycho father.
Yes.
Going back, I have a question for you about women's treatments in the 1970s. Mm-hmm. Did it surprise you that Cora couldn't get a credit card?
Yes.
Like, I think that was like the first, it was in the very beginning of the book. Like, she tries to go get a credit card and she can't without her husband's signature. And I was like, in the 1970s?
Yes.
Like, that was not that long ago.
Yes. Terrifying.
That's like 50 years ago. Like, that's crazy.
Terrifying, too, that she could have bruises all over her and Ernst could go to jail and then just, like...
Walk on out.
Or, you know, that
I don't think that's changed. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think that's changed that much either. But... You know, it just sounded like there wasn't much protection for battered women at that time. And so whether or not she pressed charges, the likelihood of her, like, winning the case, I think, would have been probably pretty low.
Right. But, like, I'm just more thinking, like, how can women survive? Like, what if she wasn't married? You would need your parents' signature. What if your parents are dead? Like, how do you survive?
I don't know.
Like, that is so crazy to me. Like, that was where I was like, what? And it's... Like, I looked it up. Like, I was, like, literally
Googling it?
Working with chat. Like, chat, tell me more about the 1970s.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Because I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's just, like, so shocking to me.
Yeah.
So, like, she really didn't have options. Like, she couldn't get away from her husband. And unless she went back to her parents. But her parents didn't treat her right either. Like, it was...
I think her parents treated her right. They just wanted her to leave this psychopath.
Right. But, like... They pushed her to a point where she chose.
Yes, I agree. It's hard because now as a parent...
Right.
I can't imagine.
You just hope you're never in that situation.
I hope I'm never in it. Yeah. Scary times.
So scary. But is what it is.
Yeah, I will say that was one part of the book I enjoyed though was I didn't love that she had to leave Alaska, leave Matthew in his vegetative state.
Yeah.
And then, but I did appreciate that she got to like, she didn't have good parents her whole life. Like I'm appreciate that Lenny got to have that experience with her grandparents to like see what good looks like and see what good love looks like and taking care of people that you care about. And like, she got to go to college. You know, there was some like good things for her that came out of that change. Right. So anyways.
Do you think that Lenny was right to stick around because she was fearful for her mother if she were to leave? Like, because she mentioned like multiple times through the book that like, I'm staying because if I don't, he will kill her.
Yeah. I have never been in Lenny's shoes, so I can't say. My gut and the insides of me were screaming, leave. You can't save your mom no matter what you do, and then you'll just be in danger one day. This was like before he beat her. I'm like, yeah, it only is going to go so long till he starts beating everyone in his circle. You know, like Lenny, you are not
I was
safe.
shocked that he didn't start hitting Lenny sooner. Like,
right, totally.
Honestly, that it took until, like, even when, like, there was one instance, I think they talked about, like, Lenny interfering. Yeah. And he just threw her.
Yeah.
And, like, he threw her outside so she was cold or whatever. Yeah. But, like, which is also bad.
Yeah.
Like,
but he locked her out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, like, my insides were screaming, you have to leave. But again, it's kind of like the situation that Cora was in, where this is the toxicity that she grew up with. It's all she knows. It's kind of like a brainwash.
For sure.
It's a brainwash. And so you don't really know what to do. And she just knows she loves her mom and she wanted to protect the one person in the world that she loved. So I can't like hold it against her because she's a child.
I know.
And that's hard to make really adult decisions as an under 18-year-old.
And she really didn't have like an adult role model at that time
to help her, other than Large Marge.
Right.
But Large Marge didn't get too involved. She stayed pretty like arm's length from some of that stuff. And
she wasn't like a parental figure. She was just like a person that she could look at and say like, wow, like I could do those things, but it's not like, how to be a parent or anything like that.
No.
The police.
Ugh.
And coming back to Alaska.
This
is where the hate for Lenny started.
I'm like the anger and frustration I felt at Lenny for the whole reporting of I get that like you have to come clean in order to go back because, or like you don't have to come clean in the way she did. Like for goodness sake, grow up. Have you watched it? When he was like, haven't you watched a TV show? I was like, I know, like Lenny, come on. Have you ever watched a TV show? Like, Jesus.
So frustrating.
I know. So that part drove me.
And her grandfather, who is a lawyer, literally told her, do not say an effing word.
Oh my
God.
God.
She's like, I need to come clean for my soul.
I know.
Like,
I mean,
Lenny.
That whole part of the story, one, irked me. Two, murder charges don't just get swept away that easily because like someone calls a governor and the governor says wipe it.
Well, and I thought it was hilarious, the governor of it all, because like they mentioned that Tom
was friends
with the governor like multiple times through the story just so that would work at the end. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
I thought the same thing.
I was like, oh my God, this is just like product placement.
Yes.
They're like, buy an Apple Watch.
Yes. I know. I'm like, this is so funny. I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, here's the governor. We've been wondering when he would come into play since they like, mentioned him so often.
Yeah, we only heard about him 5 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know. But, ultimately I'm glad that happened because if Lenny then like went to jail and was separated from her kid, I would not have been able to take that.
No,
I was done with the bad.
I was going to throw the book at the fucking wall.
I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done with the bad.
But honestly, it makes me hate that police officer. Like he is
a nasty man.
A nasty man. Like if I had a least favorite character, he is worse than Ernst. Like I actually pick him because at least Ernst had love in his heart. Like this guy is just
evil.
Like she literally told you the story. She was beat to bloody pulp. She was pregnant. Like crazy. Crazy.
I know. And he's like, gotcha.
No, I'm like, you're worse than Ernst. Jail, immediately jail.
Basically, men are terrible.
Yeah.
That's what the outcome of this book means.
I know. I sent Aly a meme this morning or like a Instagram video or maybe it was last night. That was like, when you get in your 30s and like you're married, but then you start to just really hate men. It's like, I love my husband, but God, you're species.
Yeah. We get it.
That's where I'm at. Where I'm at. And that police officer is suspect number 1.
The species.
He's the reason that we hate men.
He is the reason. Yeah, he was the worst for sure.
Yeah, like he almost ruined the book.
Almost. But I will say I thought this book was good and I would highly recommend it.
Absolutely would recommend. Honestly, I think I have not read a Kristin Hannah book that I wouldn't recommend. Like some are greater than others, but all of them I do recommend. Where does this rank in your Kristin Hannah reading log?
Okay, well, I haven't read The Nightingale forever. We just talked about this, but The Nightingale was like one of my favorite books I ever read. Like when you read it, in my whole history of reading, when I read it, it was like wow. So I'm still gonna say Nightingale's 1 because
I agree.
I have to reread it in order to reconsider.
Hands down, Nightingale 1. I'm in.
Okay, Nightingale 1. I might say this for me. Then, maybe The Women. So I'm going to go Nightingale, The Women, this, 4 Winds, and then, I loved that other one.
Magic Hour?
Yeah, Magic Hour. Either Magic Hour before 4 Winds or after, I can't tell. Like
Magic Hour before, Jesus.
Before, okay, Magic Hour before, and then 4 Winds last. Those are the only ones I've read.
Okay. I have read one additional, and I think I would do this above The Women. They were neck and neck.
Yeah, this one and The Women?
Yes.
Yeah. I just gave The Women 5 stars.
I gave The Women 5 stars too, but I think I probably would have done 4.5 if I was like writing reviews, but I wasn't writing reviews when I read it.
Yeah. And The Women is very dark.
There's
actually like not much brightness at all in that book.
No,
so
and
maybe I would do this one first.
That's why I feel like I might do this one
Nightingale first, then this one.
Yes.
Then The Women. Yeah.
Then I would do Magic Hour. Then I would do Winter Garden, which is the one that I read. It's Kindle Unlimited, which is great. And then I would do 4 Winds. 4 Winds also very dark.
Very dark, but I appreciated
the learning.
Again, learning about that time period, and then the mother-daughter kind of like relationship throughout that one.
Yeah. I think that that's like one of the things that I just really love about Kristin Hanna is that she really researches her subject. She's very good at writing. She's very immersive. She's very atmospheric, and she is educational. Like it's like a really good way to learn something that's like close to the truth. It's sort of how I feel about, what's that guy that I love that I always
Ken Follett.
Ken Follett. Love that. Because
I haven't read a single Ken Follett book before.
And I love him.
I need to read one. It's on
you
my
should.
list.
You should. Okay, so tell me about my wine that our surprise.
Okay, I don't really know. It's a unique variety. It's not like a Shard Cap Pinot situation here.
No, you're correct.
I think it, like, to me, it almost has like a, I don't know, it's sort of like a Gamay quality, but there's like a meatiness to it. So the meatiness is throwing me off because Gamay would just be like fruit, but there's a gaminess. And so I'm like, what is the gamey? Like is it a really weird variety that I wouldn't guess?
No.
It's not?
No. Like it's a varietal that you know.
Really?
Yes. But like all of the descriptors that you're giving it, like you said jammy, you said gamey, you said bright, you said acidic.
Syrah.
No. Oh. But like all of the things that you said, like I think apply. We do know the owner of this brand, and it is not a Livermore brand. They do mostly Central Coast.
Okay. Is it J. Lore?
No.
The owner?
It's a smaller brand than J. Lore.
And they do mostly Central Coast.
Like around San Luis Obispo.
Oh, it's the place you got engaged where we went.
Mm-mm.
No. What in the world?
All right, do you give up?
My brain is blank. It's Friday afternoon. What the heck is it?
Scar of the Sea, Zinfandel dry farmed.
Dry farm Zinfandel.
And I thought that was kind of perfect because like if you were farming in Alaska, you would absolutely dry farm.
That's 100% accurate.
And I think when I was like thinking, I thought like either a Zinfandel or a Riesling were like the two varietals that I was going for, but you did a Riesling last book. So I was like, I'm not going to do Riesling because she just did it, but like dark and stormy and.
But this is like incredibly light bodied. I wish everyone could see what this looked like. A Zinfandel is normally like jammy, but in an extraction way. This is like, I don't want to say cooked. Like there's a little bit like cooked fruit though on the nose, like a dried, a stewed fig prune something, plus a little gamey, but like not in a bad way, like an interesting. I think fig is like where I'm going, like fig jam, a little bit of gaminess, but like light bodied, beautiful acidity. So that really threw me for a loop. That was a fun one.
This is from their Lopez Vineyard in Cucamonga Valley.
What a name.
Cucamonga. Scar of the Sea. It's a wonderful brand.
I forgot about Scar of the Sea, but that is a fun one.
It is a fun one. Yeah, I know. I was like, when I was looking through my stuff, I was like, this is kind of fun. And it's like, I was literally looking for a Zinfandel, and I like the other one that I wanted was white Riesling. And I'm like, that's not going to work. Okay, so my turn. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I get a little bit of herbaceousness on the nose, a little bit of like brown sugar. The fruit that I'm getting is almost like, I don't know, like dark. I was thinking it's maybe a Cab Franc.
No.
Or is it a Zinfandel?
Neither.
Okay.
It is our nth degree Syrah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I that was the other thing. I literally looked to see if I have an nth degree Syrah.
Yeah. Because I don't know, there's something about the nth degree Syrah that is like bold and like powerful. And honestly, I was like, if I could bring anything, I'd bring a bottle of whiskey in a brown bag. So that's what everyone was drinking. But I'm like, okay, what's going to give you that like warmth in your heart, that little like kick of fire, a little like.
Which is funny. Usually with Syrah, I get like more black pepper.
Yeah. Not so much on this one. I mean, I haven't tried it in forever. I haven't had our Syrah in a long time.
What vintage is it?
It's 2022, I believe. Yeah, 2022.
Oh, okay, so it's not that old.
It's not that old. No, it's like a current vintage. So
yeah,
anyways, thought that'd be fun.
Pepper.
Yeah,
maybe that's what I was like mixing up for the herbaceousness, and I was thinking it was the nth Cab Franc. Like that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
And then,
I mean, could be similar aromatics.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
All right. Cheers.